This is the second of a pair of videos on basic comping for more modern kind of pop songs and ballads. If you haven't seen the first video of the pair, now is a good time to have a look. You can find it here because what follows won't make a lot of sense if you haven't seen it. To briefly recap, we've been looking at a simple chord sequence: E, B, C sharp minor and A, and looking at a number of options, each one progressively more intricate and complicated, for how you might create a semi-improvised comp based upon that. Okay, option 4. Okay, do you see what I'm doing there? All it is hanging on to the chord in the right after the chord in the left has changed. So that gives us quite an interesting chord sound there. And again, another interesting chord sound. Okay, very simple. All I'm doing, and the way to do that is just to mentally kind of free up your two hands. So experiment. Say to yourself, if I'm changing chord in the left, do I have to change chord in the right at the same time? Okay, you can do it the other way around. Quite an interesting effect. Let's try that instead, yeah. Okay, so by playing what are nominally different chords in right and left hands, I'm getting a richer and more interesting sound. Option 5. Okay, I'm doing a couple of things there. First of all, I'm staying just on one chord all the way through in the right, but moving the one in the left around. And I'm adding those notes. So instead of just playing an E major triad, I'm playing an E major with a ninth in there, okay, which is the F sharp, which is 2 semitones above the root note, or a fourth, a suspended fourth, which is 2 semitones below the fifth. Sounds quite Churchill when you play it like that, yeah? But it's a really common thing to do. If you listen to professional pianists comping, you'll often hear that. Okay, very common sound. Option 6. Let's get a bit more complicated and really push the boat out. Okay, I was getting a bit wild there. I don't expect you to be able to do that straight away. But look at some of the interesting things I was doing. So again, there were suspended seconds and suspended fourths in there. I also used, instead of playing C sharp minor, I put C sharp minor 7 in. Notice that C sharp minor 7, that chord there, is actually quite similar to the original chord of E. So I'm not doing anything that's not, I'm not moving away from really a handful of notes and chord shapes, but I'm just letting my hands be fairly free with what they do. And finally, let's get a little bit more adventurous. Okay, now when you get to a reasonable standard like that, people will look at you and think that you're performing magic tricks. You know, that's amazing, that's incredible. It's not really, it's not actually that difficult. What it takes is time, effort and practice. You know, you just have to sit there, and what it starts with is just sitting and playing the chord shapes, and then going for the split chords, and then it's just a case of doing it over and over and over again until whoever you live with wants to throttle you, and it becomes second nature. You just got to sit there, internalize it, and, you know, let your mind wander. Start, you know, let your hands play while your mind drifts off, and you start thinking about, you know, Keeley Hazel and Maltesers and whatever else. Yeah, let your mind wander, let your hands internalize the knowledge, and you'll start to find that you branch out naturally. Okay, cool. If you found that useful and you don't have a copy of my book, you might be interested in it, possibly. Here is a hard copy, nice and shiny. Here is the URL where you can find out more. If you're not interested in the book, if you're just interested in picking up a few different things, well, I hope you found the video interesting. There are lots more on my channel. Please feel free to subscribe, take a look at what else is there. Any questions or comments, put them either in the blog post comments where this video is posted, or stick them on my YouTube channel, and either way I'll get back to you. Okay, thanks very much.